What's going on, guys? Somebody asked me to do a bag tour of my electrical bag. This is going to be oriented for what I do for work, so that's just maintenance. I don't do any installs. I don't run conduit. I don't pull wires, but I do a lot of troubleshooting on electrical systems, 4 to 20 milliamp electrical systems for controls, 110, 240, and a lot of three-phase stuff. This is one of 3 bags. So this is the OC140 I have. This is a freebie from Veto during their spring promotional sale last year. And this is my grab and go to quick diagnose quick faults. So I've got a Fluke, what is this, 902FC. It's the one you can hook up to your phone. Their app, user interface fucking sucks. But it is useful for graphing and recording those graphs and then getting them over into your email. And then I punch them into my maintenance software. And it's free. But from a company like Fluke, I'd expect their user interface to be a lot smoother. In order to get a picture over to your email, you got to go through like 5 different screens, and it takes a while. And yeah, whatever. I also bought the little twist lock leads for this. These are super nice. Here I can plug into a 110 socket, and then I can be in a cabinet just like that, and I don't lose the little tip protectors. So decent little meter. I got like a Klein magnet on the back. Actually, I like these Klein magnets more. They're a little shorter too. Anyways, just some insulated screwdrivers for resetting contactors or for doing whatever. Right, pretty basic stuff here. This is kind of a cool little tool I bought recently. This is a couple months old now. This is there it is, Volt Claw. So this is just for, like, if I have a wire in a 3-phase panel or cabinet or bucket, I can grab it, hook it, pull it out, and then hook onto this wire with my clamp meter to pull amp readings. Or it's nice for kind of reorganizing wires inside of panels. So just a little added layer of protection there. Got some Klein. I think these are like the 7-inch. Yeah, whatever. Just some needle nose pliers. Arced them out pretty good on a capacitor a couple months ago. And I used a die grinder to kind of repolish these tips up and reprofile them a little bit, because I did fuck them up pretty good. So I don't know. Kind of expensive, but nice to have. So that's the first little bag. Again, this is just my grab and go. Do a quick fault check or a quick check fuses in a panel, something like that. Next, this is more my like kind of, maybe I'm doing a little bit of electrical wiring, just running some MC cable from one spot to another in a non-hazardous environment. So this is just sort of a general tool loadout. I've got these little mini cable cutters, which are really nice for welding cables, for redoing the ends of welding cables. And I also use these as my big wire strippers. If I ever got a strip like odd cable or whatever, go into a 3-phase motor. These are what I use because I don't actually have full-size cable cutters or like the full-size strippers. So those work pretty good for that. I've got some lock ring in 3/4 and 1/2 inch. These are from Greenlee, I think. I know Klein makes a set that are like offset, which would be way nicer to have, because these can be a pain in the ass getting inside of a J-box or whatever, a disconnect. They don't work the best, but they're better than a screwdriver, so I keep them around. I also got a Klein little mini ratchet in here, and the bits are stuffed in the bottom. I'm not going to get them out for you guys. And then I've got a backup pair of wire strippers and some extra needle nose. A lot of these are doubles. Then I've got some linesmans, right? I usually polish off the heads. Heyo. I usually just take a die grinder to the heads to get the rust off them. Oil them up with some WD. Some crimpers. I like these Klein crimpers a lot for whatever reason. I think it's the high leverage handle. They're just longer handles, so they seem to crimp really well. Plus they do insulated and non-insulated crimp connections. Got a Klein insulated screwdriver that's like a flip, so we got a 1/4 inch blade and a number 2 Phillips. I like this thing. Wish it was made in the US. I think it's like Taiwanese, which is okay. I've got a, I think this is a freebie from Fluke I got in a purchase. It's just a GFCI tester, but then you can also turn it to whenever the outlet has power, this thing will buzz at you. So I can plug this into a socket that's dead and go into the panel room and start flipping breakers until I find this thing will then alert me once I hit the right breaker. So just good for checking my work after putting new ends on electrical cords or whatever. And then I think I've got in the top here, yeah, I've got a thermocouple for the meter. And then actually this is kind of a cool little trick I'll show you guys. This is you know, one of those nicotine pouch containers, but I keep this like HVAC putty in here. It's nice for sealing up electrical boxes and stuff. I've used it around like garage door openers that are in dusty environments. It's just some like HVAC sealing putty. I don't know what it actually is called. Like, I've got a big old container of it, and I just keep picking some out of there every time I need to refill that little case. It's like Play-Doh that never hardens, or like kind of like clay that never hardens. Then empty in the back here. And then I got some Blue Monster. This is really good pipe tape. Some white electrical tape for marking stuff, just right on there with a Sharpie. And then I've got some Super 33 electrical tape, which is really good stuff. The next set of stuff is actually out of my everyday grab and go bag. So it's coming out of a different bag, but I'll show you guys what I carry with me as my like kind of daily bag. I've got a Fluke. Oh, I don't even remember what this is called. T600? It's the one with the voltage sense on it, which actually is kind of handy sometimes. T600, okay. Right, it's just got some short little leads. They don't get tangled very easily. You've got the voltage sense technology, which again is a little finicky, but works pretty well. And then it's got this little Cat 2 or Cat 3 protector tip carrier on the back here. Cheap old Amazon carry case for this, which actually works pretty good. It was like 10 bucks instead of 50 and hasn't let me down yet. But I did actually, it's had plastic, like polyurethane leather on the back, and I cut it all off, so it's just a metal clip, and that is a lot more secure on my belt if I just have it on my pants. I keep these in my everyday bag too. These are the Nipex forged wire strippers. These do, what is that, stranded 20 to 12? I really like these wire strippers. They cut through MC cable really easily, actually easier than diagonal cutters. And they've got a little bit of a linesman tips on there for twisting wires together. Again, I'm more service oriented, so these do the job for 90% of the stuff I get into. And then I've also got with me a bit set all the time. This is like one of those bit railer deals. I just bought it blank and then filled it with like number 3 Phillips, some Torx drivers for wood screws, 2 Malco bits, a couple square drive adapters, T25. This is a little tiny Nico unibit, kind of nice, really short, so it fits on this bit railer pretty nicely. And then it's got a magnetizer and demagnetizer on it, which is pretty nice to have. I also keep this in my daily bag. If I'm gonna go pull a peckerhead cover off of a motor, I usually grab this and an impact driver, and this is usually enough to get 90% of the peckerheads off. It's just got 1/2 inch, 7/16, 3/8, and 5/16 1/4 inch. Just a Klein flip socket deal. These are like 20 or 15 bucks or something like that. But yeah, keep a bunch of sockets with you basically. Okay, I think that's it for, oh, and then I keep Allen keys in my daily driver bag, right? For disconnects or for contactors. Some of them have Allen key terminals on them, so just, these are really nice actually, Gorilla Grip. But really the brand name is super nice. These Bondus Allen keys, whether you get the, sorry about the background noise, whether you get the folding Allen key set or like the actual just straight up Allen key set, these Allen keys are by far the toughest and best fit Allen key sets I've ever bought. Now, I've tried the Eclines. I haven't tried the Weras or the Wehas. Apparently those are supposed to be really nice too, but I mean, these are like barely more expensive than those cheap Eclines that you'll see a bunch of construction guys using, and they fit a lot better. And I haven't broken one yet, I've just lost them. So that's about it for my kind of everyday go-to bag. I'll go into my kind of technical bag here in a sec. All right, now here's the third bag, sort of the advanced diagnostics bag. This just sits on my bench all the time, and if I need something out of here, I've got 3 instruments in here. It's the Veto MB3B. If I need one of these, I just grab it out of here, and then the rest of these pockets are just for holding tools I don't need very often, because again, this just sits on my bench all the time. I've got a pair of insulated dikes, an extra volt hook, and then some insulated screwdrivers. And then I've got this big bastard. It's like a 5/16 Phillips, or a flathead insulated from Klein. Alligator clips for the megometer. And then the goodies inside the bag here. It's got a couple nice compartments. Got an extra thermocouple. But the hot sweetness in here is a FLIR infrared camera. This is the E4 model. Pretty old, but still does the job. I think this was probably $1,000 new, somewhere in there. 800, $1,000, $1,200. And now you can get a camera with the same functionality, you know, from Harbor Freight or whatever for a couple $100. So prices have come down quite a bit for the same technology. This is my megometer for testing insulation, primarily motor winding insulation. This is a Klein with an Amazon magnet on the back. This is a pretty nice meter for the money. I got it off of eBay for like $60. It also does DC AC volts, ohms and continuity. But I just use it for, you know, it's got like 12 double A's back there, so it's pretty fucking bulky and heavy. So I just use it for insulation testing. And then last for my meters is just a dedicated amp clamp from Fluke. And this one does it's the FC, so it's got the Fluke Connect. And you can hook this up to your phone and do the graphing and all that jazz. And it's a pretty nice, small, compact size. Plus, if I'm maybe testing 2 motors at the same time, checking amp loads, get one on this, one on the other one. Bingo bango, Bob's your auntie. Also bought this used for, I think, right around $100 off of eBay. And especially, just a quick buying tip actually, if you see a Fluke meter on eBay with calibration stickers, you know it's gonna be good, right? Yeah. What else? Just got some electrical tape, just an extra. And then in the back here, yeah, I've got insulated linesmans. And I think I got a set of insulated wire strippers back here as well from Klein. Yep. Don't need them very often, maybe once or twice a year, so they just live in this bag on the bench. So those are all of my electrical bags. If you guys like this video or have any suggestions for equipment I should try for electrical testing, be sure to let me know. And if you enjoyed watching this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.